Mr. Sherman, the founder, the leader of the Richard Sherman Piano Trio. How long have you been doing the work that you've been doing?
Since I was 19.
19?
First trio, 6 nights a week, 6 hours a night in Miami.
Wow.
Then I moved to Los Angeles and met all the great musicians, and I've been doing it all that time.
Now, what are some of the famous names that you worked with when you was young, and what was it like?
Well, I really played with, like, my current drummer, Joe Carrero, played with Al Jarreau, and Paul Revere and the Raiders.
Awesome.
The saxist on my CD played with Neil Diamond, Manhattan Transfer, and currently with Chicago. My conga player plays with Bob Conti. He plays now with Jose Feliciano the last 20 years. All these people do concerts with me. I do a benefit concert every year, and I raise about $10,000, and the money goes to abused women mainly.
Great. Now, how did you find your way to San Pedro?
I was down here one day, and the general manager, David Lai, came over to me and he said, "I know you, I've been to one of your concerts. I want you to start at the hotel tomorrow." And we've been here 6 months now.
Can you tell me what you sort of have planned for the jazz festival that's happening next Sunday?
Well, the plan I have, Billy Red will be singing. He has 3 Grammys. He's a terrific vocalist. Of course, Larry Klein is the sax player. He's not on tour with Chicago, so he'll be playing with us. Joe Carrero, the drummer, who played for Al Jarreau, and my genius bassist, Joel Hamilton. And we'll be doing some of my originals and a bunch of popular songs also.
Now, are your originals as great as the one that we just heard, that first song?
They're all different. I'll play some more of them for you if you like.
Well, I will be here to listen, and I'll make sure the audience who sees this video gets to hear too.
Well, the good thing about doing this is we'll meet the people in San Pedro. Almost all the people who come to hear us are from my following in the beach area. Redondo Beach, Manhattan Beach, Hermosa Beach, Torrance, Palos Verdes. I need to meet the people in San Pedro.
Killing me softly with this song, killing me softly with this song, telling my whole life. Oh, he was shoving my face with his finger, singing my life with his words, killing me with this song, killing me softly with this song.
All right. Tell me your name, please.
Sydney Wayne Davis.
Alrighty. And you are replacing Billy Red on the vocals with the Richard Sherman
The
Trio.
Richard Sherman Trio, the jazz trio. I've worked with Richard for a little over a year in Torrance, but we're here at the lovely Crown Plaza here in San Pedro, which is wonderful.
Now, earlier you was telling me that you had done work with many of the industry greats, from Marvin Gaye to Barry White, Diana Ross.
A lot of it.
I mean, how did you, tell me the story about how you got into the business, how Marvin Gaye discovered you.
Marvin Gaye is the foundation of my professional work. I was living in Toledo, Ohio, doing clubs and teaching school. I sing to my students and they kicked me out, told me to go to Hollywood. A friend of mine snuck me backstage at the Grammy Awards, and I happened to meet Marvin, and it was his daughter Nona who I befriended, and she said, "Daddy, she's nice, can she come with us?" And he said, "Baby, anything you want." Changed my life. And I babysat his children, no charge, just felt like he needed somebody around who he could trust, and I wanted to be that person, not one of the leeches. And which a lot of those were around him, and a lot of big artists who see that. But one day I was working at Target and babysitting his kids, and I went by, he was at the Ambassador Hotel, and I found out that that night was the last night for auditions for background singers. And I hadn't even told him I sang, but I had been singing around with the kids, and his secretary heard me, so I auditioned. I got the audition, and Marvin told me, he said, "If you can sing, if you can harmonize and blend with the other girls, I want to hire you because you're good people." So I learned a big industry lesson: be who yourself, and your light will shine. And that was a wonderful tour. Learned a lot, and when I came back, other people that I met, just with mention of Marvin's name. If I said I've worked with Marvin Gaye, my first studio session was for Donna Summer. I'd never done that before. Then Barry White, the same thing. When I mentioned Marvin, he hired me right away. Ray Charles, the same thing. Diana Ross, I wrote a song for her that she recorded and toured with. Stevie Wonder, you know, Marilyn McCoy, Billy Davis. So one artist opened up a door for me to have a reputation.
Mr. Chambers.
Yes, sir.
You know, my first question I want to ask you.
I'm listening.
How old are you?
Ooh, man, I know you don't want to go back. I know you don't.
I was looking at your bio, and it said you arrived on the scene in 1978, and I started looking, and I looked again. I'm like, well, he could very well be my age, but, you know, kind of ambiguous.
I'm 54.
Like, damn, you look damn good for your age.
I've been doing this.
Now, you started off as a dancer, is that correct?
Yeah.
Or
Well, you know what happened was is that I used to go to a lot of the talent shows around the city. And I went to one in particular where I was going in as a dancer. And I got out on the stage and my feet got stuck. And so I just started singing. I didn't win the contest, but that's where I just kind of started working on my singing. You know, I came up singing. I had 3 sisters. That's all we used to do from Racine, Wisconsin. And our pastime was just singing around the house, singing to rhythm. And just kind of progressed. I've always loved to sing. I've always loved to dance. I came out here to dance, and I'm still singing.
I got the impression that you sang professionally with the sisters as well. Was there a name for that group?
No, I didn't sing professionally.
Okay.
It was just something that we did as a hobby. We had a lot of groups there. Elon Butler and the New Breeze, Al Jarreau was out of Milwaukee. We had a lot. We had a lot of music around us as I was growing up. It was the 60s. And it was just, it was moved together.
We have all different types of groups. We have dancers, vocalists, singers, we have musicians and models. So all of them are going to come up to the stage and will present a song to welcome everybody. So in the Malaysian language it means you are all welcome. So it's welcome to this World Championship. So everybody is welcome. The whole world is welcome here.